Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hub PYL. I'm Todd Frazier, and we're just going to jump into it. I'm not going to waste any time because we don't have any time, realistically, right now with what's going on. It's election season, stuff's getting crazy, and as a sitting board member on PYLUSD School Board, I get asked all the time, hey, Todd, who should I vote for? So we're just going to talk directly about that, and I'm going to jump in right now. First of all, the thing that's important rather, to know about school board elections, especially at PYLUSD, is you are separated by area. So you can only vote for the candidate that is in your area. And the breakdown based on our district is as follows. There is Area 1 is up for election. That's North Yorba Linda and Northeast Placentia. Then you've got Area 2, which is South Placentia and pieces of Anaheim. And then you've got Area 3, which is mostly East Yorba Linda. So those are the areas. It's 1, 2, and 3 that are up for election. And in those areas, it's very, I feel like, cut and dry kind of race here. We've got 3 candidates that I support, one in each area, that are pro-student, pro-parents' rights, and they're all about the things that are happening in the district that I think are so great that we've been able to do over the last, really after the last 18 months, after hiring Dr. Chernus and the thing that we've done. And those candidates are as follows. In Area 1, Ryan Miller. He is a business owner in the area. He's got students in the district. He's grown up. He's been here forever. He's going to be a great champion for parents, for students, and for everything that this district needs to continue to be great. And then in Area 2, we've got Maria Stubbs. She's actually going against Marilyn Anderson, who is currently on the board, but there's been an issue with some of the things, in my opinion, the things that she's voted against. She's voted against the lights at El Dorado. She's voted against the parent notification policy. She's voted against the OCSCS and the USI. There's several other things that I am feeling now that I'd rather have Maria be sitting next to me on the board so that we can continue to, like I said, continue to thrive as a district. And then in Area 3, we have got to reelect Leandra Blades because her along with Sean Youngblood were kind of the catalyst for a lot of the things that started to change when they got elected. And then that inspired me to be a part of this and run myself in Area 4. So these are the people that I am recommending that we elect in the PYLUSD School Board for Area 1, 2, and 3. Ryan Miller, Maria Stubbs, Leandra Blades. All conservative, all about parents' rights, all about students, all about making this district great. The other candidates that you're going to see and people are going to share with you about, if they haven't already, are being supported basically by the union. So you've got conservative candidates and you've got union candidates. And if you've seen these signs across town, they say, save our schools. Vote for Marilyn Anderson, Tricia Quintero, Missy Jansen. Save our schools. From what? That's the question that you probably should ask these people. Because in my opinion, and the things that I ran for when I campaigned to be on the school board, those are the things that we're doing. We are student focused. We are protecting parents' rights. We are innovating in our district. We are being fiscally responsible, and we are doing things that are bettering the lives of our students and our community. So save our schools. Very interesting. If you look at the bottom of these signs, it says ad paid for by Association of Placentia Linda Educators Community for Better Schools. That is our our teachers union political arm of the Apple Teachers Union here in PYLUSD. They are supporting these 3 candidates. If you look at what's been going on, save our schools, right? That's the question. Save our schools from what? This is just what came out recently in our State of the District event that Dr. Chernus shared what's happening. We've already increased scores. If you've been paying attention to the scores at schools across the country, but specifically at our schools here in PYLUSD, we've been in decline in our education, in our actual academics. And that's one of the things that I ran and say we need to be better. Well, we've started to do it already. Our math scores, these are preliminary scores that came back from our testing this last year, are up 2.47%, which you might say, well, that's not a lot. Well, it's in the right direction. And to get this to change, it happens somewhat slowly, but you have to make big impacts to get that to move and swing the opposite direction, which if you look at it this way, that is exactly what we're trying to do. And that's what's been done under Dr. Chernus and under this board majority with myself, Leandra, and Sean Youngblood. And then our language arts is up. It's only up 0.5%, but still, it's up. It's moving in the right direction. So if you are looking at that and saying, well, Todd, that's not a very big percentage, I agree. I think we need to continue to do better. And the things that we've done, we now know that they move us in the right direction. So we need to do more of the things that we've been doing to make that just continue to increase. The other thing that is phenomenal is we have increased enrollment. If you have been following our district, you know that the enrollment has been decreasing by between 400 and 500 students every year back to 2019 and before. But this graphic here shows exactly how many students have been lost over the years. And in 2024-25 school year, we project that we are increased is students enrollments by 480 over last year. So if you take the 480 increase and you add the 400 to 500 that we were losing before, that's almost 1,000 student change over what has been happening previously. That's huge. And I believe it's because of all of the things that we are doing here at the district. If you haven't been paying attention, these are some of the things that we've been doing physically at some of our school sites. We finally put in field lights at El Dorado that have been on the list forever to get done. And finally, with Dr. Chernus coming in and myself, Leandra, and Sean voting yes on it, we've got field lights at El Dorado. We've got HVAC systems in all the high school gyms. We've got electric school buses. We redid the Esperanza High School Theater. So many things that are happening that are really, really great. Again, save our schools from what? Save our schools from increased enrollment. Save our schools from new and innovative programs. Haven't even talked about Orange County Schools of Computer Science and USI, which are innovative programs that other districts are seeing and they're saying, hey, we want to replicate that at our district. Those things are great. One of the things that some people are saying is, well, you're moving too fast. Yes, no, I agree with those things, but you're moving too fast. Well, how do you define too fast? Sometimes to get things to happen, you have to just make the decision and go. We've got a lot of information. We're able to make decisions based on what's best for the students. Putting in lights at a school field, like that's a great thing. The things that we're doing with USI and with Orange County School of Computer Science, these are great things. Yes, the previous boards and district members would probably have said, well, let's talk about this and let's think about this and how can we do this? And at a certain point, you've got too many cooks in the kitchen. You have to have leadership, and then that leadership dictates how we go. And based on what I've seen and the things that I understand and the impact that I know that these things could make, I feel like it was the time to just make it happen. And with myself, Leandra, and Sean Youngblood, we were able to say yes. Dr. Chernus could then implement all these things, and we are moving in a great direction. Now, the other thing that you might hear people say is, well, what about all these people that were let go or that are gone? When you change leadership, and we hired a new superintendent, unanimously, by the way, 5-0 votes to hire Dr. Chernus. When you get new leadership, that a lot of times means that people change because the leadership makes changes based on how they want to run things. And if things have been run a certain way for a long time, which is the other thing is, well, we used to be so good, we'd like to go back to this. We want it back the way that it was. We can't just sit and be stagnant and have the district just stay as is. We've got to make things happen so that we can grow and get better and increase enrollment and have innovative programs that attract people to the district. Because if we don't do those kind of things, then we just sit and be complacent in what we've done and how we've done it. That's not a good answer for anything. I am all about innovation. I am all about making decisions that move us forward. And sometimes when you have a new person in leadership or new people in leadership, they need to change the people around them so that it fits with their leadership style and fits with the direction that they see leading the organization and specifically our school district. So yes, there are people that have left. Am I upset about the people that have left? No. I think we've got the right people in the right seats to make all the right decisions for this district to move forward in a good direction. Period. There's no other way. There's nothing else to say about it. I think we've got the right people in the right seats. The other thing you've probably heard is that some of these candidates, specifically talking about Leandra, they don't like the teachers. That's completely untrue. She loves teachers. I love teachers. We agreed to an increase in salary for all the teachers that is probably the highest increase in recent memory in our district. We want to pay our teachers more. I think that we needed to have this done a long time ago so that we could retain more teachers. We also added years of service so that teachers from other districts could come over. I have specifically a friend of mine who was at another district and wanted to come to PYL, but couldn't do it because his years of service. He had, I think, 15 years of service that wouldn't come over. Well, we changed that. We've gotten a lot of teachers that are veteran teachers, that are good teachers, that want to teach in our district, that have been able to come now because of that change. We love teachers. Now, the teachers union is the teachers union, and they're doing things that I disagree with, and CTA and NEA and the things that they stand for, I disagree with, a lot of them. There's some things I'm sure that we agree on, but several of them I disagree on. But teachers, love teachers. They are not the same. Teachers union is not teachers, and teachers are not the teachers union. They are connected, but they're not synonymous. I know several teachers who are a part of the teachers union that very much disagree with what the teachers union stands for as a whole. Okay, that's just true. That's just true. And there are people that would want you to believe that if you disagree with the teachers union, you disagree with all teachers or you dislike all teachers. That's not accurate. That's not a true statement, because we all know logically we differ from each other in several different ways. And when you get a large group of people together, you're obviously going to have people who don't feel exactly the same way. So it's just it's not a true statement. It's not a good argument to say that if you don't like the teachers union, then you don't like teachers. I'm sorry, that's not true. And then also the people have said that we've fired a bunch of teachers. We've not fired a bunch of teachers. That's not true. We actually have a waiting list of teachers that are trying to get in. Now, we have ended some temporary positions, and we've rolled positions into permanent. That changed. So there were some changes in some of the temporary teacher positions, but we have not done any layoffs. We have not done anything to get rid of teachers. That's just not true. So if you want to know what's happening in our district, pay attention to board meetings, pay attention to what's happening, and look at the results. Look at the results. If you want to look at the results and say, I don't like that we're increasing enrollment. I don't like that we're putting air conditioning in all of our gyms that have needed it forever. I don't like that we're putting lights up at our football field at El Dorado. I don't like that we're doing innovative programs like Orange County Schools of Computer Science and USI. Okay, you don't have to like it, but you can't argue that it's not happening. This is good. These decisions that are being made are for the students, they're for parents' rights, and they are for the community at large to make PYLUSD an amazing district, continue to be successful in all the things that we do. That's it. It comes down to this. You've got these three candidates running in Area 1, 2, and 3, Ryan Miller, Maria Stubbs, and Leandra Blades versus teachers union supported candidates. That's it. It's simple. Mark your ballots, make your vote count, and vote now. Vote if you've got your ballot, put in your vote, make it stick. Who knows what's going to happen on election day? Vote now. And in my opinion, these are the three people that I would much rather be sitting with on the school board than any of the others that you have a choice from. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. We will be back with some more information about more things in the future. Until then, have a great week. Talk to you later.